Hi, Bill Risser with Chicago Title. In this video, we're going to look at Facebook custom friend lists. These lists, which are used by less than 5% of the users on Facebook, allow us to turn Facebook into a social CRM and let us filter the incoming noise that Facebook can be and also target the outgoing message. So let's get right into it. We're going to find the word friends over here in the left-hand sidebar. And when we find the word friends, see it's the gray word like pages and friends. When I click on friends, it's going to open up my lists. And these are all Facebook lists. There are custom lists that I've built. Those are the ones that have the little blue silhouette. And there are also smart lists. You can see these. They have little colorful icons like the briefcases. Or if I scroll down a little further, you can see my family and close friends. These are lists that Facebook built. My first word of caution is don't use these lists. For example, Facebook has to figure out who my family is, who my close friends are, and who my acquaintances are right here. If one of my friends is put into the acquaintance list or the close friends list and I decide to move it around, Facebook can notify that friend I'm moving them, for example, from close friends to acquaintances. So the bottom line here is do not use the smart lists. Stick with custom lists, your own custom lists that you build. For example, if I click on this commercial RE list, you'll see what happens is the newsfeed turns into nothing but updates from the 22 commercial brokers I'm connected with on Facebook. So you can see where I can actually be very targeted and listen to what I want to listen to instead of having Facebook tell me what I'm going to see in my newsfeed. So how do we build these lists? Let's go back over here and click on this gray link again. And all I've got to do is hit the Create List button that you find up here at the top. When I find that, all I've got to do is create a new list. We'll call this one Test. I'm not going to start searching for people here. I'm simply going to hit Create. And what this does is it's going to bring up a new list that's been built, Test. There's nothing in here because I haven't added anyone to the list yet. But Facebook makes it very simple by hitting Add Friends to List. What this is going to do is pull up pictures of all, in my case, 1,600 friends. So I'll pick a few that are relatively harmless, and I'll just, as you notice, as I select them, they get a check mark, and I can uncheck them or re-add them. And when I'm done selecting the people that belong on that list, I'll just hit Finish. When I hit Finish, I can then refresh my screen, and I'll see nothing but updates from those 3 people that I added to this custom list. So building the list is very simple. If you have a lot of friends, you have to go through all of their pictures. It's going to take some time. But we can manage the list as well by clicking up here on the Manage List button on the upper right. I can rename the list. I can actually edit the list. And when I click Edit, it's going to allow me to come in and either take these people off or on with the check with the X mark, or I can drop down and hit All Friends, bring up all the pictures again, and simply click on people that belong or take people off based on who needs to be on that list. So it's very simple to edit lists from within the list itself. I can also choose the update types. If I just want to get photos from a particular list or I just want certain types of updates, I can choose which ones will show up. If I don't want to see games, I can turn those off. I'll never see a game inside that list. That's kind of important. And finally, I can delete the list. When I delete it, the list is deleted. I'm still friends with those people, but now it's gone. So if you need to change or delete a list, you can do that. So that's for this first video. I just wanted to show you how to create lists. It's very simple, and the lists you use the most will appear in the left-hand sidebar, so you can click on them whenever you'd like. For example, once again, if I click here, this is nothing but updates from Chicago Title employees that I'm connected with and friends with on Facebook. So in part 2, we'll go ahead and look at how we can use these lists to target our outgoing posts. But in this first video, we've been able to figure out how we can filter the incoming noise and really turn that newsfeed into something that matters to us by using these custom lists. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I'm Bill Risser at risserb@ctt.com with Chicago Title Agency in Phoenix, Arizona. And thank you so much for listening to this video.